After Dark, guys. It's been a while. We did not get to the special location. He forgot our mics.
Right.
We were going to go to Telluride, Colorado. I had it bleeped out last time, but there you go. That's it.
And we did go to Telluride.
We did go to Telluride. But
anyway, I'm B.
He was like, oh, let's bring our listeners along for us. And I was like, yeah, that's a great idea. I'm going to bring our stuff so we can. And he was like, nope, I'm not going to bring the mics.
No, I forgot. And then if there would have been a Radio Shack or something around there, or whatever they call those these days, I would have bought one and we could have done it there. But we had a great time, did we not?
Yeah, we had a great time.
Hold on. Before we get into it, Season 1, Episode 36.
Scottcast Part 2.
Part 2 of a 6-part series here. Anyway, that's what we're here for, but we're giving you background.
We need to catch up on a few episodes. We need to get rolling. We need to get on a roll.
We do. Anyway, we had a great time in Telluride.
Yeah, we had a great time in Telluride. Saw
Telluride Bluegrass Festival.
Zag Top, the Toy Factory, which was with Marcus King. We saw Green Sky. I always say Green Sky. Green Sky Bluegrass. What was that other band that it was like?
Yonder Mountain String Band.
I mean them too, but
Jason Isbell.
That was great. No, it was with the girl singer.
Lake Street Dive.
Yeah, what was that one song? What was that?
I don't know. Those are good songs.
No, what was that? Their one famous song.
I can't remember the name.
Kiss or something, right?
Something like that. They're great. And then been playing last couple days.
Yeah. Had a gig on 4th of July in Spartanburg, the Freight Yard. And then had one on the 5th of July at Grand Harbor, the dock of our grandparents' house.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah, it was a great time. I want to give a congrats to JJ Spun on his US
you got a
Open
lot to
win.
catch up on. And Wells for his win.
Yeah,
today.
Wells, his win.
He's one of our listeners.
Yeah, he's definitely not listening to this, but congrats. Also, I just want to give a moment of silence for all the Arkansas fans out there who had to experience what we had to go through.
Oh my
during
gosh,
the
that was
Series.
awful, Benjo.
Very devastating.
That was awful. I don't know where we go from here.
I mean,
you said you just got to keep hoping.
Yeah.
You taught me that.
Yeah.
You taught me that because I didn't know that I had any hope left. Benjo, I've been playing a lot of golf too, right?
Yeah, I've been playing a lot of golf.
Benjo, let's get down to brass tacks here. We got Scottcast Part 2.
Wait, and I just found this new feature. Look, you want to go to Scotland real quick?
Sure.
All right, let's jump. 3, 2, 1. We're in Scotland.
Oh my gosh.
I mean.
Wow.
What are they known for?
Rolling hills and sheep.
Look at those hills and look at that sheep over there. look at that sheep back there.
This is Scotland around 400 BC. You know?
I mean, we're time travelers too.
Right.
All right, I'm gonna snap us back to the couch.
Oh wow.
And
Whoa.
We're back.
So Benjo, we start off this episode. Jamie talks about, and I think we see some parallels in other cultures with one thing that distinguishes us from other species is that we mourn our dead and we have burial rituals, you know.
Yeah.
There are some other animals that mourn their dead, but we have pretty complex rituals for the animal kingdom, you know, in how we bury our dead. And so we see more complex. I see more complex burials.
Is yours on?
Yeah, has yours not been on?
No, it has been. I just want to make sure.
We see more complex burials around 400 BC, but I would love to know how that is really distinguished from burials of like 15,000.
I mean,
30,000 BC.
Like they had to bury they didn't, like when they had wars, did they bury the bodies or they just left them out?
Yeah, I mean, well, mostly buried. I'm sure there were many instances though where bodies were never buried, and you know, throughout history. But you know, we go back pre even human history. Some of our predecessor species had burial rituals. That started to distinguish them as like.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Benjo, around Jamie mentions around 3,900, 3,700. We got a few examples of some buildings. He's just a few little tidbits he throws in. He says there's an example of a large building in Aberdeenshire and other places in East Britain. The north, this is East Britain over here. I guess it's more accessible from the continent there. And it looks like a building that was built on the continent. So we know there was more, bottom line is we know there was more interaction between England and France than we know of, but we don't know it all, but we know it had to have been more extensive than we know. So that's one of the big themes in this episode. Yeah. He also talks about how agricultural technology really improves and changes people. And again, it sounds like it's mostly here in the east, and I'm assuming the south too.
So we're still in England here. I thought
it's not England yet. We're on the island of Britain. Okay?
Yeah, but I know. I just because this is called the Scottcast, so I just would think that would be
right. But England's down here, Scotland's up here, and so we're talking about some stuff up in. What we're talking about is all Scotland stuff. Yeah. So I should be pointing up here.
Oh, okay. That's why I got confused. Sorry, sorry, listeners. He's pointing right there and everything. Okay.
Right.
Just, yeah. Not really.
But maybe Aberdeenshire is. We'll have to find it and point it out. Okay. Woo. That's one of our things. I gotta find where Aberdeen.
Is that where you're trying to tell me to edit it right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing. So, anyway, with progress, so people go from being hunters gatherers to being agricultural based, right? Mm-hmm. And so with hunter gatherers, you're constantly chasing your prey, right? A little bit more civilized societies are based on agriculture, and you still hunt, you raise livestock, but you don't have to travel like nomadically to hunt your prey. You're growing crops and you're rooting yourself in one spot, and you're spreading your roots in that spot, right? So with that came unintended consequences, diseases because of a change in diet. Could you imagine if you just changed your diet? You might get sick, you know?
I mean, that's just like concerning. I don't really understand how that happens. Just because you're so used to it?
Well, because you're drinking milk, you're eating farm animals that you hadn't before, you were chasing. Now you're eating domesticated animals.
Is it kind of like if you, because if you drink tap water from, is that kind of
from a contaminated country?
From a different country.
Yeah, it's similar. It's got bacteria. And in this case, it's just it was maybe not even bacteria, but stuff their body wasn't used to.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Right. Another little tidbit he talks about is the riding of the hagri. So when they stop traveling around hunting and gathering as much, then they lay their roots in a place, and they're more worried about boundary and property lines and who owns what property. So the riding of the hagri is where they would take boys along property lines and beat them along the boundary line, so that the boys would remember exactly where the boundary lines were.
Whoa!
I know, isn't that crazy? The riding of the hagri.
That got very aggressive.
I know, because I guess you feel like it's traumatic and you remember where you got beaten.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I guess that's.
I mean, it makes sense, but just got very aggressive.
I thought that was a little tidbit that you would like.
No, I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but with agricultural based society, you have more free time, right? Mm-hmm. And this is where we got a lot of Gaelic words. That's the language that they use, and back then, like the Scots or the Celtic culture, you got a lot of words for agriculture and agricultural products. You know.
Well, I guess what we're trying to say is the bottom line is the rise in agriculture advances. It led to big changes in Scotland.
It did. You're right. You're right about that. Very smart. What I kind of inferred from what Jamie was saying was that that in general the advances in agriculture were slower going into both the Welsh territory and the Scottish territory. If you recall, the Welsh and the Scots appear to be the least resistant. They were the most resistant to change and just they're in more tribalistic nature by nature.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know, I know what you mean.
And so it took them a little bit. Once it came, there were significant changes. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's anyway. I feel like that's just an example that we've had before. But another example, he talks about a place called Skara Brae.
It's probably home to just 50 people
At the time, yeah, around 300 BC.
It has to be 0.0000001% of our listeners, because we have
that's right,
a huge amount of listeners.
Good example, good comparison.
It's either that or 110% of our listeners.
But Skara Brae is somewhere off the Orkney coast. Orkney is way up here. I may even have to look. We'll point it.
Wait, thinking about that, I kind of came up with a new segment. Every time we talk about a new country, we need to do a thing called New Country Unlocked.
It's not a new country. This is just a.
I get that. I'm just saying, whenever we talk about a new country.
Well, we're gonna have Scotland.
So just tell me,
Oh, that's a good idea for once. For season 2, there's gonna be the rise. Season 3 and 4 is the rise of the kingdoms, like in
he got me there.
Uhtred. The Last Kingdom.
Oh, y'all gotta watch that, by the way.
The 7 kings must die.
Yeah.
You remember? Let's talk about the 7 kingdoms of England.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but.
And even before that, there were many more within those 7 that are about to rise up. And they're kind of what you think of as like the little fairy tale, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
towns.
Yeah.
I think.
But we need to do that. We need to every time we talk about a new country, I'll say we'll say New Country Unlocked, and then we'll show the flag of the country.
I love it.
I'll put the flag up there.
I love it, and I love that you're talking this out with our listeners right here.
I mean,
talking it through. You know.
Yeah.
This guy's always brainstorming. I love it. So anyway, Benja, Skara Brae was home to only about 50 people, way up north, but it was basically like a really super fancy place for rich people. It sounds like.
Oh, okay.
They called it the British Pompeii, which I think is the Greek.
And as I see it here, it started to reveal itself during the 1800s.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
I mean, I kind of believe that. I just want to make sure.
Wouldn't that be kind of exciting? You're in the 1800s and you don't really quite know what everything that happened where you are, and then you just happen upon a site that's 2,000 years old.
I mean that
has full houses and furniture, but what does it not have that had not been invented yet?
No windows.
Windows. Not invented yet.
That window.
Not invented yet.
That's a wall.
Not invented yet. Benjo, another little tidbit he talks about.
Look to your right now. They probably think I'm watching them because there's a window to the right of them.
Benjo, another little tidbit he talks about is the Tomb of the Eagles. And around this time, around 300 BC, somewhere in Scotland, it was actually here. It started being used for about 750 years, so well into the past the Roman.
It kind of began around 300 BC.
Began around 300 BC and was used until like the Romans left. It sounds like.
And so there are many human bones.
Human bones and Bones of
15 seagulls. So it was called the Tomb of the Eagles, obviously because the bone of sea eagles. But why didn't they say just the Tomb of Bones? Because they should have named
Who knows?
They should have named it just the Tomb of Bones because it had human bones.
We're talking about all kinds of bones.
Bones. Wait, play the Bones song.
But Bone Thugs and Harmony.
No. There's actually a Bones song that I listen to.
Oh yeah, I don't know that song. But tombs were getting pretty elaborate, like homes for the dead. But what we see in these tombs are human bones, and they're shorter, stockier. They suffered from arthritis because
is it arthritis or arthritis?
Arthritis.
I kind of like saying arthritis though.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun.
Yeah. My uncle arthritis came, and because they had a lot of physical labor, but I think that all people before.
Wait, so basically what we're saying is people were more. Sorry, it's nighttime, y'all.
Yeah, it is.
But basically what we're saying is, like, people were more jacked back then.
No, shorter and just stouter.
Oh, so people were
like, yeah, I guess jacked would probably.
Well, no,
but
isn't
yeah,
stockier more like bigger?
Yeah, just thicker. Yeah.
Well, that's not really jacked.
It could be.
Oh, it could be. Yeah.
And we'll end it with.
But it said appears healthier than birds.
Right, and we'll end it with.
Days look more like.
Dogs look more like.
Dogs. Then get out. Whoever said that, get out. Was that Jamie that said that?
This is when dogs started to look more like dogs than wolves.
Did Jamie say that?
Yeah.
Get out, Jamie.
Oh my goodness.
Get out.
Oh my goodness. Benjo, it's been fun.
Yeah.
We'll come up with Scott Cast Part 3 much sooner.
Yeah. It won't be 6-7 days. It'll be more like.
I don't know. I challenge you.
No, I'm saying it won't be like 6-7 days.
Right. Be sooner?
Yeah, it'll be like 2-3 days.
Okay. Well, I've been B.
1-2-3 days.
Yeah.
He's been B.
You've been Benjo.
And we've been BHP After Dark.
I don't think you ever introduced yourself at the beginning.
I didn't?
I tried to get you
I'm
to.
sorry. I mean,
Anyway.
again, like I like to say, you're not starting. You're really not starting. You're right here. But it's been a blast having you on. Hope you've had fun listening. And tune in to Scott Cast Part 3.
Don't believe